Write the following fractions in order of size. Start with the smallest fraction. So make sure that you don't make the mistake of putting these from biggest to smallest. You must start with the smallest, okay, because otherwise you'll lose a mark. So how do we do this? When you've got fractions with different denominators, and what I mean by that is the number on the bottom, when you've got fractions with different denominators, you need to make them all the same, because otherwise you cannot compare them. So we need to find a number that all of these numbers go into. So a number that 3, 4, 12 and 2 all go into. And the number that I can think of that they all go into is 12. So I'm going to rewrite them all over 12 here. Now you can pick other numbers. You can, if you want, pick 24 because they all go into 24 as well, or any other number that you want that they all go into your denominator, okay? Whichever one you choose. You can pick 12, 24, what else could you pick? 48, any number that they all go into. I'm going to go with 12 simply because this is the lowest common multiple of all these numbers. And that means that, actually my work is done for this one. I don't need to change this one at all because look, I've got the same denominator, so I don't need to do any work for that one. So what I'm going to ask myself here is, what have I multiplied 3 by to get to 12? I've multiplied it by 4. So therefore I must multiply my 1 by 4 to get 4. This has been multiplied by 3, so I need to multiply my top 3 by 3 to get 9. What have I multiplied this by to get 12? I've multiplied it by 3, so I must multiply my 1 by 3 to get 3. That one's already done. And what have I multiplied 2 by to get 12? 6. So I must multiply my 1 by 6 to get 6. And now I can compare them. But just for argument's sake, I'm going to do the 24s as well. So how many 3s in 24? That is 8. So I'm going to multiply my numerator of 1 by 8 to get 8. What have I multiplied my 4 by to get 24? 6. So I multiply my 3 by 6 to get 18. What have I multiplied my 4 by to get 24? 6. So I multiply the 1 by 6 to get 6. What have I multiplied my 12 by to get 24? 2. So I multiply the 7 by 2 to get 14. What have I multiplied my 2 by to get 24? 12. So I multiply my 1 by 12 to get 12. And you would find that if you compared the numerators of all these, you would get exactly the same order as what I'm going to get up here when I compare all of these. So the smallest, because remember we need to start with the smallest. The smallest is clearly this one because that has the lowest numerator out of these numerators. So therefore you put on your answer line as the first one a quarter. Okay, put it back in its original form. So that's that one gone. The next smallest is this one. Next smallest numerator of 4. So therefore I'm going to put 1/3 because remember I'm writing it back in its original form. So that one's gone. Then it's this one, 6/12. So a half. Then it's this one, 7/12. And finally 9/12, 3/4. And there we have it. Well done. And even if you used, as I say, these numerators to compare, you can see this one's the smallest, this one's the next smallest, and so on. You get exactly the same in terms of its original form here. Well done.